So today we're going to go down to the beach. This is one of my favourite bits of the path because it's just like a little tunnel. You can imagine we're coming through a tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Whoops. And we're coming through the tunnel to a different world. Ooh, pine needles on the floor here from these big pine trees. All covered in needles. And, oh, what's this I see? Oh, there's a dog. Hey, Duke. What are you doing in the pine forest? Hello. I didn't know you were down here. So down here, I see a bench. So I'm having a little sit down on the bench. There you go, you can't see the bench behind me. Have a little chat to you. So I'm going to wander down to the beach today and we'll see if we can find some penguin. Because it's that sort of year when they do come in and try and find a nest for their eggs. So I'm going to take a wander down there and we'll see what we can find. So it's a bit brighter today and we'll see what we find at the beach. So there's some big tree rounds here. So this really big tree fell over in a storm a couple of months ago and it blocked the whole path. So my husband has been up here with his chainsaw chopping it into pieces to open the path back up. And yeah, it's been chopped into a few pieces so they could move it out of the way. So that's, yeah, just to show you how big. Very big old tree. Quite a shame actually that had to come, that fell down in the storm. So there's just a big pile of logs here. So we're just coming up to the edge of the forest here. There's a kind of a gate style thing at the top here. Stop the cattle escaping. Just about squeeze through there. Breathe in. Right. So we've got a number of different gates here. There's a big gate there and a little gate over there. And this big paddock goes down towards the beach. So we're near to the bottom of the field now and can hear the sea and see the horizon. So we're heading down to the bottom of the field here. You can hear a few birds. Now the seagulls and oystercatcher birds, they lay eggs. They lay their eggs of their young this time of year and they'll be hiding them and get very protective if you go anywhere near where their nests are, because they sit on their eggs for a few months and until they hatch, and so it's their babies, so they get very protective if you go anywhere near the nest. So I can hear one of the birds getting a little bit noisy behind me, and it's possibly because he may have a nest somewhere in this field. Some of the seagulls do nest up here just a bit back from the beach. So this is the gate. This is the gate to the beach. So here we are. You can probably hear the sea. And there's some really cool pohutukawas that at some point have sort of fallen over the cliff. Kind of fallen down towards the beach. They make quite nice seats. And also they make very nice places for the penguins to nest amongst the roots, because the roots, you see the trees growing sideways out towards the sea. Well, the roots here make really cool little tunnels for penguins to be nesting in. Well, that's a little penguin sign to let people know to keep their dogs on a lead. Down here we found penguins in previous years. They often nest on sort of the beach side of the tree. So yeah, this tree is a real haven for animals. Kind of nest and protect themselves. So look at these branches, how long they are. They go all the way out. See where the shadow is? It's almost up to where the sea. And high tide does come right up under these trees. I'm going to walk backwards until I reach the water's edge. So there you go, you get a good view of this tree that's fallen sideways onto the beach and is now a really cool place that penguins and rabbits live amongst the roots. So, mind I don't bump my head as I go under there. Now I'm right by the roots of this tree, and we're going to have a look to see if we can see any tunnels and see any signs of penguins, because often you'll see the little penguin footmarks on the beach if they're nesting nearby. So let's take a look. So I can't see any pet penguin footprints down here. Can see that the tide's been in and it's made the sand very sort of wet looking, but oh, actually no, I can't see penguin footprints. Normally penguin footprints, you'd see a trail of them, sort of little three-pronged feet. But I can't see any penguin footprints. So let's have a look. Oh, ow! Banged my head. That's what I just banged my head on. This thing. Luckily, I wasn't moving too fast. That gave me a bit of a knock on the top of the head. Yeah, right inside the old roots of this tree, and you can see there's all sorts of places that something could nest. There's a little tunnel through here that would be quite easy for them. See right through to the other side. There, you can see that. You can see the beach on the other side there, so there's quite a cool little tunnel there for some little animal to protect itself. I don't think it goes back far enough for a penguin. I think we might need to look somewhere else. So let's go and explore further. So I'm at the third tree here, and this could be a perfect nesting place. See, you've got the sand going right up underneath this tree base, and I'm going to crawl right in here. Oh, hope nothing comes out and gets me. But there's some perfect little places that could become nesting places under here, you see there? So that's right under the root base, and they've got some nice sand to nest in. But at the moment, there's no footprints here at the moment. But this could be a very nice little nesting place. So I will keep an eye under here. In case we get... Oh, actually I have just spied some footprints. Look, footprints. Someone else obviously thinks it's a good nesting place as well. See there? That's a footprint. There's a little footprint there. And there's some little footprints here too. See the little three? It looks like three little fingers. It's got like three little webbed toes. So yes, it looks like a penguin has actually been in here. I didn't notice those before. Look, there you go, you can see his little footprints. So something else has been in here looking, and he may well be nesting. There might well be some eggs in here. There's where I was kneeling. You can see where I was kneeling here, and the footprints are over there. So I've just climbed backwards out of here from under the tree. See if we can see some footprints outside. This is the 5th tree, and I think I've seen some footsteps down here. So there's a footstep there. And a footprint there, and some sort of bits of footprints there and there. But there's a bit of a footprint there, looks like. There. So, no, can't see footprints up here. That's my footprints. This looks like this could possibly be a little nesting place under here. So you can't see any footprints inside at the moment, but the rain may have blurred those. There's definitely lots of room for nesting underneath this tree. Got all those different roots and things. So probably lots of opportunity for putting nests under here, if that's what they're doing. Ooh. So yeah, I can't see any other footprint. There's some possible bits of footprints that might have got blurred by the rain. So yes, potentially this tree, which is number 5 along the beach. There's definitely lots of opportunity in there if that's what they want to do. So that under the roots of that tree may be potentially where one of the penguins, or one pair of the penguins, might be nesting. That's a good view of that whole Pohutukawa. Down here, a pair of oyster catchers, which must also have a nest around here. You can tell they're oyster catchers because they have very long red beaks. So facing back up the paddock from the beach, there's another couple of little lovebirds. Now, this couple seem to be here every year as well. They used to nest on the beach and just leave their eggs in a hole on the beach, which wasn't very safe. But the last year, and looks like this year, they're actually nesting in the bottom of the paddock. Let me see if I can get a closer picture of them. So they're probably just going to lay their eggs just somewhere in these sort of tufts of grass. They tend to leave them out quite open. So I'm very mindful of that. Well, they may have realised that by parking their nest within a swooping distance of the seagulls, maybe they've realised that's a safe thing to do. Because yes, those seagulls are just up there, so they can kind of help keep watch over their young too. Yeah, so these two seagulls, there seems to be two seagulls nesting on this sculpture every springtime. Not sure if it's the same pair or if it's the young that come back and nest in the same place. But there's always a pair of male and female seagulls up here, and then as we get into spring we see the little one hatch out and we'll see him perching on the top until he is confident enough to fly. Often if you get too close, especially when the chick's hatched, they actually swoop for your head and they dive bomb you, and if Duke runs up there he gets swooped at as well, and then if he barks it freaks them out and they do it even more, so you have to give them a wide berth. So I think that was just a pair of pukekos playing chase me around the the statue. Obviously spring fevers caught them on as well. That was possibly a male chasing a female across there with the little white tails in the air. There you go, spring has sprung. So let's see what's happening around the chicken coop today. This is our cockerel. He's very protective of his hens. Let's see if we can catch him. Here he is. There's our cockerel. He does like to strut around, and he does protect the hens too. He makes a bit of a loud noise if there's anything around that could be endangering them. So it's good to have him around. Hey, mister. You looking at me? So I'm going to check for some eggs. So let's have a look in here. Oh, and let's see what we've got. So, we've actually got an egg in this one today. There's one egg in there. There's no eggs in there. Oh, and there's two real eggs in here. That's the plastic one. So there's two eggs in that one. And there's no eggs in there because that's a plastic one. See, it's got the plastic. So those are both the plastic ones. So no eggs in that one. Two eggs in there. Let's do the long view. So yeah, there's 1, 2, 3 eggs. So I'm in the chicken coop, or the chicken run, and we have another little nest box at the back which they sometimes lay in, which they are laying in at the moment. So we're going to go and check the other little nest box. Oh. Let's see if there's anything. There it is. So this is another little hidey hole that some of them like to lay in. So let's go and have a look in here. How many eggs do you think we'll find in here? And let's go and have a look. Ooh, look at these. So there's 2 plastic ones in here. Oops. So let me just reach in and take the plastic ones out of the way. Okay, so that's the plastic ones. Thank you for viewing our video today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it the big thumbs up. And we'll see you in our next episode of Wild Outside.